Continue that story around those elections. Of course, this is a big election here in Nigeria. It's the first elections that some people are saying will be the most closely contested since military rule ended in 1999. We're now joined by the Lagos State resident Electoral Commissioner for INEC, Akin Oyebiyi, and he's here to give us an update on preparations for those elections. Let's just perhaps address the issue around how many people have been registered to vote, and in terms of the preparations for those for that registration. Are there any issues that have arisen?
So far, the register that was released officially in Abuja 3 days ago by INEC headquarters indicates that a little over 68 million Nigerians have registered and will be able to vote for now. That's a figure, but the most critical issue till date has been the issue of the collection of the permanent voters card by individual. Yes, to be sure, we had some delays in production of the permanent voters cards, and it's affected practically every part of the country. I'm saying this because there's been some allegations that the distribution or the printing has been skewed to favor one side at the expense of another. That's not the issue. That's not true. The fact is that, as I said, we had some hitches in the production. And so the rate of production has been slow, but it's affected practically every state of the Federation as well as Abuja FCT. But as we are speaking, not less than 80% of these cards are out there. That have
80%?
Yeah.
80% are out ready for collection?
For collection.
Okay.
And in definitive terms, I could speak about Lagos State. We were able to bring out 4 million cards late last year. And as we speak today, out of the 4 million cards, people have come forward to collect 2.2 million cards.
Okay.
We still have in our possession about 1.8 million cards
that need to be collected.
Yes, we've been appealing to them to come forward. And for ease of collection, instead of distributing these cards only at the local government level, we have 20 local government centers in Lagos. We've now opened up to the ward centers, which means in Lagos we have 245 centers for collection. And then we work now 7 days a week.
And the effort is being replicated nationwide in terms of getting people to come and collect. Are you able to give an assurance that these voters' cards will be out in every part of the country before the elections, in time for the elections?
I should think so, because we've been given the assurance by INEC headquarters in Abuja. Our chairman has been on air reassuring the nation that these cards will be ready. And I shouldn't see why not.
Let's address the other issue that's caused a little bit of confusion. The president, when he launched his election campaign, said every single Nigerian eligible to vote should be able to vote, voters card or no voters card. What is the position?
I'm not too sure. That's the way the president put it. I think he must have said every eligible Nigerian should be able to vote, should be able to collect his permanent voters card. That's a condition. Even if you are eligible and you do not have your permanent voters card, you won't be given access to vote. So it's consistent. What we are doing is consistent with what the president has said. So we are assuring the nation that definitely these cards will be out for collection and for voting ahead of February 14 and February 28.
So clarity, you need your voter's card in order to vote, and you need to collect your card before the elections are held. Let's move on and talk about another contentious issue. There's this whole issue around the insecurity that we've seen accelerating in the north, and there have been suggestions that INEC will not be able to provide the voters' cards in those areas where the insurgency is strongest. What is your position? What have you been able to do so far in those states in the northeast, Adamawa, Yobe, Gombe, etc.?
Yes, the chairman, Professor Tajujiga, spoke on Monday that it might not be possible for us to conduct elections in those volatile areas, and that, I think, stands to reason. We do not want to risk the lives of people by pushing them there to go and do what? Well, you cannot even find the people there. So to that extent, we are only being realistic with the situation on ground. If tomorrow morning we receive assurance from the security agencies that things are normal, you can be sure INEC is prepared and we'll be able to move in there. But for the time being, We've been able to also visit the IDPs, the internally displaced persons, at the various camps at which where they are. In Borno State, we've even been distributing permanent voters' cards to them, which means that such locations on election days will be able to allow them to vote at those posts, so long as those camps are well secured. Okay.
Are you able to give an update in terms of the number of cards that have been distributed in the affected areas?
No. I'm a resident electoral commissioner for Lagos State.
Okay.
Borno State is quite far from here. I don't have the figures. And I should think it's still an ongoing exercise there, even as you speak.
Okay. Let's talk nationally again. There's been an issue also around, I mean, our story that we just played out now talks about the fact that out of the 120 billion naira that you expected to be able to organize the elections properly, you've only been granted 40 billion naira. Is there any issue with the funding for the elections, number one? Number two, will you be able to get all the money that you need to enable you to do all the work that needs to be done?
Well, that piece of information about not receiving the entire
full amount
funds, came out a couple of weeks ago. But early this week, headquarters in Abuja has been able to confirm that we now have the full complement of the budget we need. So there's no problem concerning budget.
So there are no issues around money, there are no issues around people who will be paid for the elections, etc.
No, not at all.
Not many people going on strike and saying, hello, you haven't paid me, I am not going to be doing the proper.
It's been resolved, it's been sorted out.
Okay. All right. That's nice. Okay. Let's talk finally about some of the issues that you've picked up so far in terms of preparing for the elections. Are there any issues? We know that there have already been accusations and counter-accusations between the different political parties about the integrity of the election.
Well, the first issue which is of concern to us and which we've been going around also to dispel this has to do with the fact that people think or they assume or conclude that since the permanent voters' cards are not ready at once, it's as if INEC wants to deny certain parts of the country, disenfranchise, that's even the word that's been peddled around. It is not so. We keep reassuring them. In 2011, when we registered Nigerians, we did not register on the basis of party. Therefore, we couldn't have known which parties Mr. A would vote for and remove his card, or which party Mr. B would vote for. It's a general logistic challenge that we experienced and is being sorted out, and therefore people should be well reassured that the issue of disenfranchising anyone does not arise at all in this instance. Certainly
the eyes of the world will be on you, as well as of course on Nigeria as the country prepares those elections. That was Akin Oyebiyi, Lagos State resident electoral commissioner for INEC, updating us on the preparations for those upcoming elections on the 14th of February.